Welcome to Brilliant Accountancy, dear students. We have started revision of not-for-profit organization yesterday. Yesterday, students, we have discussed about what is not-for-profit organization, what are the features of not-for-profit organization. We have learned about specific funds, general funds, how we are going to treat them, difference between a profit organization, not for profit organization, etc. So today we all know that not for profit organization prepare three types of accounts: receipts and payment account, income and expenditure account, and balance sheet. And today we are going to discuss about the two important accounts: receipts and payment account, which is just like a cash account, and income and expenditure account of not for profit organization. So students, what is receipt and payment account? First question is this: what is receipt and payment account? So what is receipts and payment account? Receipts means what we are receiving, payment means what we are paying. So receipts and payment means it's an account which contains the summary of cash receipts and cash payment of a not for profit organization or non trading organization. So this account keeps record of all cash transactions, like what a not for profit organization is receiving in form of cash and what it is paying in form of cash. So here is receipt and payment account function as a summary of cash payment and receipts of organization during an accounting period. Students, this account provide a picture of cash position of not for profit organization. It does not differentiate between the receipts and payment, students, whether they are of capital nature, yeah, or revenue nature, and records all cash and bank transaction of both capital and revenue nature. This is one of the most important point. This particular account doesn't differentiate that this transaction is a revenue transaction or a capital nature transaction. It record both revenue and capital nature receipts and revenue and capital nature payments. Receipts and payment account does not include any non-cash transaction, students, such as depreciation, as I told you yesterday in day 1 lecture, and receipts and payment account is prepared at the end of an accounting period. So this was the introduction of receipts and payment account. So how it look like? Just look at the format. So format of receipts and payment account. This side is the debit side and this side is a credit side. And this account is based on concept of real account. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. What is coming in form of cash in business will be taken on the debit side, and what is going in form of cash will be taken on the credit side. Students, first of all, we will put the opening entries over here. In receipt and payment account, first we will start it with two balance brought down. Balance can be of cash, balance can be of bank. And if there is a bank overdraft, we will take this on credit side. First of all, it contains the revenue receipts. Receipts which are receiving during the year, like subscription, entrance fee, general donation, general grant, sale of old newspaper, interest on dividend, locker rent received, sundry receipts. And second, it include capital nature of item like long term. For long term purpose, it is receiving the cash for life membership in form of donation for specific purpose, legacy, endowment fund, sale of fixed asset, sale of investment, receipt from specific purpose of fund, interest on fund, etc. And student, on its credit side, all payments are shown. It start with an overdraft. If there is a overdraft balance, so it we will take it on the credit side. First, we will take all revenue payment like salaries, rent paid, electricity charges, postage, rent and taxes, insurance, advertisement, telephone charges, entertainment expenses, audit fee, repair, upkeep of ground, conveyance charges, newspaper and periodical, office expenses, gardening expenses, and sundry expenses. All these revenue nature expenditure from here, from revenue nature expenditure will be taken after this on the debit side of income and expenditure account. इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट। यहाँ से हम जो है ये जो हमारे पास जितनी भी रेवेन्यू पेमेंट है, अब इसके बाद ये कहाँ पे जाएंगे बेटा, डेबिट साइड ऑफ इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, और ऑल रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स जाएंगी बेटा इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर जो आपके पास अकाउंट बनेगा उसके क्रेडिट साइड पे ये रिसीट्स एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट से ट्रांसफर की जाएंगी। सो रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स एंड रेवेन्यू पेमेंट वहां पे जाएंगी। लेट अस टॉक अबाउट द कैपिटल पेमेंट्स। So capital payments like we have paid for any fixed asset purchase, for any investment made, for any loan paid, etc. So these are capital payments. All capital payment and all capital receipts will be taken. Capital receipts will be taken on the liability side, and these capital payment in form of fixed asset and investment will be shown on asset side of balance sheet when we are preparing the balance sheet of NPO, and these balances, closing balances, will take on asset side of closing balance sheet. On closing बैलेंस शीट पे आएंगे ये आपके पास यहाँ से, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे आपके पास ये जो ओपनिंग बैलेंसेस दिए गए हुए हैं यहाँ पर, ये आपके पास ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट ऑफ, आपके पास ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट ऑफ नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऊपर, चाहे वो आपका क्रेडिट बैलेंस है, चाहे वो आपका इस साइड से डेबिट बैलेंस है, और ये ओपनिंग में आएंगे दोनों। और ये वाले जो बैलेंसेस बॉटम में दिए हैं ये एसेट साइड पे आएगा, और ये वाला ओवरड्राफ्ट है तो ये लाइबिलिटी साइड पे आएगा। लेकिन कौन सी बैलेंस शीट में बच्चों, क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में स्टूडेंट्स आप इसको लेंगे। So hope it is clear to all. So first of all we have to be very much sure receipts and payment account को हमें पढ़ना है, और हमें receipts and payment account से पता लगाना है कि receipts and payment account include two types of item, revenue nature item and capital nature item. It can be receipts, it can be payment. So it can be receipts and payment, it can be receipts and payment of revenue nature and receipts and payment of capital nature. And after this we will prepare income and expenditure account. So all revenue nature receipts will be transferred to the credit side of income and expenditure account, and all revenue nature items, nature payments will be transferred to the debit side of income and expenditure account after this. And all capital receipt will take place on the liability side of balance sheet of not for profit organization, and all capital payment will take place on the asset side of balance sheet. Balances, opening balances will be taken of cash and bank will be taken on opening balance sheet, and bank overdraft will be taken on opening balance sheet liability side, and closing balance on credit side which will be given on the credit side of receipts and payment account will be taken on asset side of closing balance sheet, and overdraft as a closing balance will be taken on the liability side of closing balance sheet. So you all have to memorize this format like this. Okay. Next, what are the feature of receipts and payment account, students? So features are mentioned below. It does not include any transactions that are not cash or bank items. So it will record all the transaction which we have received in cash or through bank only. It shows all cash payment and receipts without any difference between capital and revenue. Both capital and revenue items are shown here without any difference. Receipts and payment account starts with opening balance of cash and bank and ends with the balance of cash and bank. and it is prepared on the last day of accounting period of a business organization, and all cash or check receipts are recorded in the debit side, while all cash and checks payments are recorded on the credit side. So this was about the features of receipt and payment account. So students, hope it is clear to you all. So study this receipts and payment clearly. After this, I will make a video for income and expenditure account. Till now, stay safe and enjoy and read carefully.